The Titanic Dreadnoughtus due to hit extinction has finally been revealed in all its glory. A fancy new ARK Wiki upgrade, and all of this ahead of a pretty hot week. Hello survivors, I'm GP bringing you all the latest ARK news, and once again it's been a bit of a quiet community crunch. Just like recent weeks, there's been a lot of hype for the community crunch, and even more so with this one, with many, myself included, very hopeful for the long awaited ARK Survival Ascended trailer, but it continues to elude us. Some people often ask me, how do you stay so happy and excited after a crunch like this 3 weeks in a row? Simple answer is, I'm too old to be frustrated by stuff like this. Honestly, way too old for it. And I know the good stuff is still to come very soon. We do know, however, that the trailer is almost done. We saw last week that Dolly and the CEO, Doug Kennedy, had watched the trailer in the week, which prompted many to get excited that the trailer was finished. This, however, wasn't necessarily the case, as they were watching an iteration of the trailer, but not the final version of it. But survivors, make sure to like and subscribe because there's going to be a lot more coming over the next week, and I'm very excited to be covering it all. That's right, the wording in the latest community crunch and comments made by the team on the official ARK Discord points to not just next week's community crunch, but the entire week ahead. The crunch contained this one line that is probably the most important part of this crunch, and that's not to diminish the fantastic work done on the Dreadnoughtus concept, but let's get real for a second. This is what everyone is really waiting for right now. We're looking forward to the week ahead. It's gonna be a fun one. Now, this isn't just pointing to the crunch next Friday, it's pointing to the entire week. If you remember, we got this awesome Raptor screenshot that was taken in-game using the brand new photo mode, which also has an exciting cinematic mode as well, and this was randomly dropped on Monday. And speaking of the Raptor, Captain Fat Dog actually posted a much more realistic comparison of the 3 different iterations of the Raptor, starting with the very original Raptor before it got a TLC, then the TLC version, which is the most current version, and then the ASA version. So you can better see its face, its eyes and its hair have transformed over time. I can't wait to see more creatures like this. And so I'd say we should be expecting more random drops like that throughout this coming week. In the official ARK Discord after the crunch dropped earlier, Dolly stated that they understand the disappointment and how excited people got over this particular crunch, but she stated that this next week is hot. She also made mention of having a marketing strategy, which I get the feeling isn't just referring to the Arcade Ambassador program being run by Noise, because that's not actually a wildcard initiative, it's more of a snail one. And then she reiterated it again by saying, I'm not sure how many ways I can say this coming week will be fun. So once again indicating we should be expecting some more random drops throughout the week like we did last Monday. And this is the first time recently that the devs have actually hyped something up themselves. As for the game certification process, Dolly confirmed yesterday that the game is still in Cert with Microsoft and Sony, so I suspect release dates can't really be revealed until that process is complete. But I wouldn't be surprised if the release date is actually revealed at the end of the trailer. Now, I know there's probably many of you expecting the game to drop at the latest possible on the 31st of October, because that's what's often happened in the past. But recently in the Discord, whenever anyone has mentioned 31st of October, people have responded, including some of the moderators, saying that Jat has already replied no to someone asking if it was dropping on the 31st of October. Unfortunately, I couldn't find this specific message myself to verify it because there's just so much posted in the Discord. But it does sound hopeful that it won't be that late in the month. Of course, this does depend on whether the certification process completes successfully. Then of course we got the magnificent Dreadnoughtus concept art, and it's looking pretty decent. I tried to compare it to the Titanosaur dossier and it's a bit difficult to tell, but I think the Dreadnoughtus is a bit smaller than the Titanosaur because the images of the little people just seem to be smaller than the person in the Dreadnoughtus concept. But it's still looking like it's a huge beast, and of course we still have the dossier to come. But this creature is coming with extinction, so that's still a good 5 months away at least, I'd say. And then there was a quick mention of the ARK Wiki that is getting an overhaul done in its appearance that will include skins for the website with different colours representing the different maps within the game. The wiki has always been a very valuable source of information for ARK, so it's good to see a lot of work is still being put into it and it's going to be kept up to date. So as I say, survivors, this week is going to be an exciting one and I can't wait to bring you all the news. I'm sure you won't want to miss out on anything. Until next time, survivors, make sure to subscribe to keep up with all the latest ARK news.